Cross Bank pregame show. Right next to me on my left is Don Glenn. Don, how you doing tonight?
All right, partner. How are you doing?
Doing fantastic. Let's go ahead and get a quick recap of last week's game against Blanco. I know it was it was a tough loss for the Bulldogs. They lost 36-35 in overtime. What did you see from that game, Don?
Wow, I saw an awesome game. Of course, Marion started off. They were winning the game. They had the game in control. Then, of course, after halftime, we saw that Blanco kind of turned it on. They woke up. They made some stops. They were able to take the lead. But then the Bulldogs came back towards the end of the fourth quarter and made an impressive comeback to tie the game. And then, of course, the overtime where Blanco went for it all. They gambled. It paid off. They got the 2-point conversion. The game was over. So that was a very exciting game last week.
Yeah, definitely. It was a tough loss for the Bulldogs. You know, they were up 21-7 at halftime, thinking they had the game won at the half, and Blanco kind of hit him in the mouth coming out of halftime, and they were kind of just left in the dust after that. Made a little comeback, like you said, but didn't end well. Now we're going to go and take a look at the Hondo Owl football team. Don, what do you see as like one of the key players tonight for the Hondo Owls?
Well, it's going to be their quarterback, Brandon Garcia, and he's going to be tough. He's their main man. He's that piston in the engine, as he can do it on the ground, and he can also do it throughout the air. So if they're going to be successful tonight, that young man's name needs to be called out multiple times, and in a good way, not in a bad way, for Hondo to be successful tonight.
Another guy we're going to have to look out for is the running back, number 22, Trey Dickens. He's also a junior, just like Brandon Garcia. Those two in the backfield with Garcia at quarterback and Dickens at running back, they're a nightmare for opposing defenses. And I'm going a little bit back to last year. I know, Don, you weren't there, but I was there seeing that game. Marion traveled to Hondo and really made easy work of the Owl football team. I believe they won 55-0, if I'm not mistaken. So it was a tough loss for the Owls, and Marion really put a statement out there. So I'm sure they'll get the bad taste in their mouth for the Hondo Owls. What do you think about that, Don?
Well, definitely. And if there's a lot of underclassmen who played last year on that team, you got to say, I know a lot of coaches try to downplay it and say, oh, no, it's not about revenge. But a little bit in the heart, they're going to want to come out and try to make a statement and reclaim a little bit from what happened to that beatdown last year, as you said, that Marion put on.
Lastly, now, Don, where do the Bulldogs go from here? They're sitting at 1-2, and with this being the last non-district game of the season, what do you see as kind of their mojo and their momentum? I know you talked to Chris Miller on the sideline a little bit. What did you hear from him?
Well, basically, he's very excited. He said that his players are excited this week coming in. They know what they have to do. He said they're coachable. They're coming off a district title from last year, and they're going to try to repeat and try to make that happen. So tonight, before you go into district, this is your last tune-up. They want to see some positive things, and like you said last year, they don't want this game to get out of hand, because this momentum, they want to carry it into next week when they start their district play.
No doubt, Don. We'll take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll have interviews with both head coaches of Hondo and Marion.